I always appreciate with tech tools how we first need to figure out what are we trying to accomplish. Right. And Ari and I have had this conversation so many times with first tell us what are you trying to do? And AI is really interesting because it can fill so many tasks for us, right? But I love to think of it as um, just a co-partner, right? And I know there's the different names they've come up with, but I like that we still need to focus and have our learning of things, right, to make it really powerful to actually prompt. But with PD, at least, I know Ari and I have been doing a lot of things to support our teachers where, I mean, just this weekend, I was making a PD for one of our teams that's doing inclusion, and I wanted to think of what are some really engaging prompts that I could use to help people really dig into what are expert learners? Why do we need expert learners, right? And it came up with some really great prompts like think about your classroom culture and how does your classroom culture actually support expert learning? So it demands that you know expert learning, right? And then puts it in a real authentic prompt, right? And I mean, I could have spent hours trying to think of these prompts, but I just, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. And it was the weekend. So I
Yeah.
love that it just spit up like 50 different prompts that I could really use to engage and push people's learning to a different level, right? So in PD, I've really seen that it's helped Ari and I think about different ways to ask questions, different ways to push people at different levels. And then you can also say, for a novice in this, what could I ask? For someone at a different level, what could I ask? So I love just the starting point that it gives for PD, right? Um, and then as far as helping teachers in the classroom, I've just seen some really interesting things. I had an art teacher who said, I went to your training and I thought, I'll just go to yours because it's you. But AI, I'm an art teacher. What am I going to do with AI? Right. But she has this student, um, level one language, right? Not engaged. Of course, would you be if you didn't have access to the language? And she's trying to help him with these different art concepts, and he just with the few words she was trying to translate, it wasn't working. So then she just asked AI, can you give me an overview for a student in Spanish of this type of art? Can you just give me some examples and some descriptions? And she printed it out and he looked at it. And 2 minutes later, he's just totally engaged, doing the artwork, totally got it, smiling for the first time in her class because she found a way to translate something and make connections for him because she said connections for high schoolers, right, in Spanish. And so she's like, I'm sold. I'm sold now. I'm using it all the time. Right. And I thought that was really powerful from someone I'm never going to use it to right in the moment. She thought I might as well just give it a try. And she just had the instant success piece. So I just love how it takes like a question we could have, we could figure it out, spend hours, but it gives us that quick access.